Adequate notice of the meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by the Township Clerk on January 8, 2026, to at least 2 newspapers, and this meeting has been posted on the Township Bulletin Board, Electronic Message Board, WCTV, and on the Township website. Please notify the municipal clerk for any disability requirements necessary for attendance at Township Council meetings. The fire exits are located through the double doors to your right and through the door on your left. Please silence all cell phones at this time. If you're unable to attend the council meeting in person and would like a topic to be addressed at a council meeting, please visit www.twpofwashington.us. Use the Contact Us tab. Click on Mayor and Council, send email, contact all council members at once. Could everyone please stand for a salute to the flag? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Here.
Councilman Sears.
Here.
Councilman Oman.
Here.
Councilwoman Velez. Here. Council President DeSena.
Here. Let the record reflect also in attendance Mayor Peter Calamari, Township Administrator Mark DiCarlo, Township Attorney Siobhan Bailey, and Township Clerk Susan Wachowski. At this time, we would like to call up former Police Chief John Calamari and Sergeant Severio Fasciano for their years of service. So Rio's not here? Okay. So we're just calling up Mr. Calamari. Mark, can we kill the heat? Can we kill the heat?
No.
Oh my God, it's like an oven up here. There's 500 people in here. And it's like,
Don't open that doorway?
no, we're just gonna kill the heat. Thanks. Is that one off? Is that one off?
No.
It's blown. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
It'll be cold here in 20 minutes.
Mayor. Want this?
Thank you, everyone, for coming. It's a very special night. We get to celebrate a lot of different officers, but first, we want to start with retired Chief John Calamari. After 32 plus years of dedicated service to this town, he finally retired. He's loving every minute of it. Look at his smile. We have a couple plaques that we'd like to present to him, but he was a great mentor to me. So I really appreciate everything that he did in our relationship, building me up to be, the chief nowadays. And I really appreciate you and everything you did for this department. I'm not one for a lot of words, so just bear with me. I'd like to present this plaque from the department to Chief John W. Calamari in appreciation and recognition for your 32 years of loyal service to the Township of Washington Police Department, 1993 to 2005. Retired ID cards. I can't believe I'm getting more.
And I'd like to say a couple words. For my brother here, we tried to keep the personal side out of it during my 12 years of being on the governing body while John was on. But I feel tonight it's appropriate. So I couldn't be prouder of my brother and what he's achieved in life. As we all know, time goes quickly. It seems like just a couple years ago we were at your graduation party that you graduated the academy. But it's all good, and I'm very happy that you made this milestone achievement. So thank you for your service to the town. The Township of Washington, presented to John Calamari, Chief of Police, Township of Washington Police Department, in appreciation for your 32 years of outstanding service, 1993 to 2025. Best wishes for your retirement.
Thank you. At this time, we will do the police promotions. We'll start with Captain Michael Block first.
Captain Michael Block was hired by the Township of Washington Police Department in August of 1996. He was promoted to corporal in 2005, to sergeant in 2014, and to lieutenant in 2024. His duties include traffic bureau supervisor, department terminal agency coordinator, firearms instructor, radar instructor, alcatest coordinator, crash reconstructionist, and investigator on the Bergen County Fatal Accident Investigation Unit. Captain Block is a member of the Bergen County Traffic Officers Association, New Jersey Honor Legion 200 Club of Bergen County, and former vice president of PBA Local 206. Captain Block was awarded the Medal of Honor, President's Union Citation, and numerous CPR, AED, and Critical Care Save Awards from PBA Local 206. He's also awarded the Combat Cross from the Bergen County Police Chiefs Association and Hillsdale PBA Local 207. The Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 46 as well. Medal of Valor, Unit Citation from the 200 Club, the Valor Award, Unit Citation from the New Jersey State PBA, an Outstanding Law Enforcement Professional from the Detectives Crime Clinic, and the Traffic Safety Hero Award from American Automobile Association. AAA. He's got quite a bit of experience, and we're promoting him to the rank of captain tonight.
I, Michael Block,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and that I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the
all the duties of the Captain of the Police Department
in the Township of Washington,
in the Township of
in
Washington,
the County of Bergen,
in the County of
in
Bergen,
the State of New Jersey,
in the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
At this time, would Lieutenant Richard Parcells please step up?
Lieutenant Richard Parcells joined the Washington Township Police Department in August of 2000. He was promoted to corporal in 2018 and advanced to sergeant in May of 2022. An active member of the firearms unit, Lieutenant Parcells oversees processing of firearms applications. He also supports the department's less lethal training programs and serves as one of the department's domestic violence liaisons. Domestic violence liaison officers. In addition, Lieutenant Parcells serves as the department's resiliency officer and is a member of the PBA 206 Critical Incident Stress Management Team. He's a former president of PBA Local 206 and has been a member of the Bergen County Rapid Deployment Force for over 2 decades, serving both as an operator and as a chemical militia officer. And we affectionately call him Ziggy. Tonight he gets promoted to lieutenant.
I,
Richard Parcells,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New
the
Jersey,
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of Lieutenant of the Police Department
in the Township of Washington,
in the Township of
in
Washington,
the County of
in
Bergen,
the County of
in
Bergen,
the State of New
in
Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Would Sergeant Michael Ferrarini step up, please? Doesn't say it, Sergeant.
Sergeant Ferrarini attended the Passaic County Police Academy in 2012. He served with the Passaic County Sheriff's Department for over 1 year. In 2014, he became a police officer with the Washington Township Police Department, where he's worked in the patrol division and was then promoted to the rank of corporal in 2022. His collateral duties have included serving as the ALP coordinator, certified humane law enforcement officer, background officer, alcohol beverage control officer, baton and OC instructor, and assisting the Detective Bureau on many, many occasions. He also serves as the OEM deputy coordinator and manages the Department of Defense 1033 program. Additionally, he is a Bergen County Rapid Deployment Force operator and a member of their extrication team. And now he gets promoted to sergeant.
I,
Michael Ferrarini,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and that I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of Sergeant of the Police Department
in the Township of
in the
Washington,
Township of
in
Washington,
the County of Bergen,
in the County of
in
Bergen,
the State of New
in
Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me
So
God.
help me God.
Could Sergeant Christopher Ozenbrook still please step up?
Sergeant Christopher Ozenbrook began his career with the Washington Township Police Department as a dispatcher before being hired as a full-time police officer. He graduated from the Bergen County Police Academy in 2014. Throughout his career, Sergeant Ozenbrook has received numerous life-saving awards and was honored by the 200 Club with a Service Recognition Award. He has held and continues to hold a wide range of responsibilities, including traffic officer, domestic violence liaison, TAC officer, public information officer, social media officer, and a field training officer. Most recently, he has been assigned as an accreditation manager and to the Internal Affairs Bureau. He is a certified accident reconstructionist and a certified residential and commercial security specialist, further strengthening the department's commitment to crime prevention and community engagement. Tonight, he gets promoted to sergeant.
I, Christopher Rosenberg,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and that I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the
all the duties of the Sergeant of the Police Department
in the Township of Washington,
in the Township of
in
Washington,
the County of Bergen,
in the County of
in
Bergen,
the State of New Jersey,
in the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me
so
God.
help me God.
Corporal Peter Varev, step up, please.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No.
Too many.
That's a good one.
Corporal Peter Varev was hired as a CO2 in April of 2019 and was quickly promoted to police officer in July of 2019. Corporal Varev is proud to be a part of the motorcycle unit, child care seat technician, firearms licensing officer. In addition to those assignments, he is a CPR instructor, firearms instructor for both rifle and pistol, and an active shooter patrol tactical response instructor as well. Peter Varev is being promoted to corporal tonight.
I,
Peter Varev,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the government established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and that I do solemnly
that
swear
I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the
all the duties of the corporal of the police department
in the Township of Washington,
in the Township of
in
Washington,
the County of Bergen,
in the County of Bergen,
in the State of New Jersey,
in the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
help me God. Could Corporal Michael Sinatra please step up?
Corporal Michael Sinatra began his law enforcement career in 2013 after putting himself through and graduating from the Essex County Police Academy as a Class II officer. He served with the Union City Police Department until 2018 before graduating from the Bergen County Police Academy in 2019. and moving into a full-time position. 2020, he transferred to the Washington Township Police Department during COVID, where he currently serves as a handgun and rifle instructor, physical training instructor, active shooter instructor, and motor unit officer. He has also led departmental weapons testing and firearms transfer programs and assists the Bergen County Police Academy in training police recruits throughout the year. Congratulate Michael Sinatra being promoted to corporal.
Hot Mess Express.
It happens.
I,
Michael Sinatra,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and that I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the
all the duties of the corporal of the police department
in the Township of Washington,
in the Township of
in the
Washington,
County of Bergen,
in the County of
in
Bergen,
the State of New Jersey,
in the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Could Police Officer Justin Besh please step up?
Justin Besh just started with us a year ago. Officer Besh, 16-year resident of Washington Township, graduated Westwood High School, went through our police academy last year, and became a SLEO 2 in June of 2025. He was elevated to PO as of January 1st. We had a small little ceremony just to get him on the road. So tonight, we're just going to repeat that so he gets the full effect of having everybody here. But congratulate him on becoming a police officer full-time.
I,
Justin Besh,
do solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and that I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
justly perform
all the duties of the
all the duties of the police officer of the Township of Washington Police Department
in the Township of Washington,
in the Township of Washington,
in the County of Bergen,
in the County of Bergen,
in the State of New Jersey,
State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
here.
Can you just have him sign it? Not up here. We don't have to do it officially up in, right? We don't have to swear him in, do we? He should be sworn in?
Thank you, everyone. I know that was a long ceremony. We're going to see one more in. Yes.
Yes.
You want to? Mr. Gibbons?
Yes.
Come on.
Nothing like no notice, right?
She didn't warn me.
I forgot until just now. He's like, oh.
Director Giblin is the police director, and I'll do it every year, so.
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yes.
I'm new to the job.
I
I, James Dillon,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I bear true faith
and bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same,
and to the governments established
the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of Director of Public Safety in the Township of Washington,
in the County of Bergen,
County of Bergen,
in the State of New Jersey,
State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
You guys just bear with us one more second. I'm just going to grab one big picture, and then we'll get out of here.
What's that? You had to say.
Yeah, just wait a little bit. You guys bleed in.
I'm just typing. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. We like your job. There we
I don't want to.
Congratulations.
No, appreciate it. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. Stay safe. Congratulations.
Be safe, you know?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Where's the after party?
We'll take a 5-minute recess.
Yes, I'll do.
December 12, 2025 to January 15, 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Recused.
Councilman Oman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Casella.
Yes. PSA for January 19, 2026. Construction has begun on the new DPW building at Town Hall. With this construction, the DPW yard will now remain closed on Tuesdays for household debris and recycling drop-off. Residents may still drop off items on Saturdays between the hours of 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Please note that during the hours of construction, there will be limited parking to the east side of Hudson Avenue. 2026 animal license renewals were mailed out in late December. Please note the $5 late fee begins on February 1st. Our next council meeting will be held on Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Thank you. Report of the administrator.
Good evening, and thank you, Council President. This is my response from December 15th, 2025 and January 5th, 2026 meeting. There was no resident concerns or questions to follow up. There was some council concerns and questions. Mayor Calamari, myself, members of the police department, members of the fire department, members of the DPW, and George Toole of the Golden Seniors had an in-person meeting to discuss the feasibility of having the Golden Seniors meeting at the Emergency Services Building. The plan is to have the twice monthly Golden Seniors meeting in the ballroom of the fire department side of the ESB. This is to begin January 14, 2026 and continue till the DPW construction is completed at Town Hall. The Golden Seniors are in favor of this plan. The DPW, police, and fire departments are going to work together to assure its success. Each department spoke of any concerns there may be, and we vetted other options. This is the best option at this point. The top concern was the safety of the seniors crossing the parking lot and in front of the garage bay. Currently, we have a SLEO 2 officer that works during the day and is given various assignments. Chief Pecora has agreed to assign the SLEO 2 officer to the ESB during the meetings to assure pedestrian safety, especially if there is a fire call. This will not cost additional money because the officer is otherwise working his shift. All the logistics have been worked out as well, such as parking, setting up the room, etc. I'm pleased to advise that all departments are working collaboratively. Many of the seniors are scheduling pickup for the meeting with the senior bus. An update: on Wednesday, January 14, 2026, the seniors had their first meeting. I was at the Emergency Services Building for the beginning of the meeting. The seniors I spoke to seemed very happy for the temporary relocation. Fire Director Bilius greeted the seniors at the start of the meeting. I received positive feedback from Mr. Toole and Fire Director Bilius. I also personally witnessed SLEO 2 Officer Montalbano providing traffic control and safety monitoring of the parking lot and seniors crossing the lot. The police presence remained during the time frame of the meeting, and this will be the plan moving forward. I am fully confident that the seniors will be safe while at the ESB. The fund source and expense tracking for the swim club and 450 Pascack Road were completed before the holiday and have been placed on the website. Councilman Casio inquired into the fee associated with the firearm carry permits. In 2025, the township received a decent amount of revenue from our police department for processing these permits. Chief Pecora advised that many work hours are put into completing the process. In 2025, there were 43 applications at $150 each, total revenue of $6,450. These funds are lapsed into surplus and introduced as revenue in the following year's budget. I'm working on revising township policy regarding the proration of vacation time. I will provide to the council when it is completed. The fire chief received a new vehicle in 2025 through approved 2025 capital funding. Council was advised that the existing fire chief's vehicle would be handed down to the deputy fire chief, and the existing deputy fire chief's vehicle would be auctioned off due to age, miles, and engine hours.
Excuse me, can you just speak up a little bit more?
Yep.
Did you fade in at the end there?
This past fall, the new fire chief's vehicle was placed into operation. The previous fire chief, Zach Muros, made a request to Mayor Calamari to maintain ownership and use of the previous deputy fire chief's vehicle, rather than auction it off. Fire Chief Muros explained that the vehicle's auction value is less than in comparison to the value it would have to the fire department if it remained active in the fleet. Fire Chief Muros' request to maintain the old deputy chief vehicle comes with the intention to replace the current fire department pickup utility truck obtained through the 1033 program. This pickup truck is used to trailer equipment, transport firemen personnel, and haul our rescue boat. It was determined in late fall 2025 that the pickup utility truck needs costly repairs. These repairs are estimated to cost more than the value associated with the utility truck itself. The fire department now wishes to auction the pickup truck and maintain the usage of the old deputy fire chief's vehicle. The old deputy fire chief's vehicle is capable of transporting personnel, hauling equipment, and towing the rescue boat. Minimal budget funds were spent on the old deputy chief's vehicle in 2025. The cost was to replace the tires on the vehicle. There are no known problems with the vehicle at this time that is expected to be paid for in 2026. Fire Chief Miros explained that the old deputy chief's vehicle replacing the utility pickup truck is beneficial, however, would sit unused most of the time until needed. Rather, the vehicle sits unused, Fire Chief Miros requested authorization from Mayor Calamari to assign the vehicle to the fire department battalion chief. It was explained that this rank within the fire department is permitted to respond directly to the scene of a fire emergency. This practice is currently being exercised, however, the battalion chief is responding in his personal vehicle. Fire Chief Miros stated that allowing the battalion chief to use a fire department vehicle equipped with emergency lights, siren, and proper fire-related equipment is far safer than the use of a personal vehicle when responding to an emergency. Chief Miros also indicated that the only positions within the fire department permitted to respond directly to the scene are the chief, deputy chief, and battalion chief. There's no guarantee that all three positions will be available to respond to the same scene. Therefore, introducing the option of a third emergency vehicle to respond directly to the scene enhances safety for our residents and volunteers. After due consideration and after communicating with Fire Department Director William Bilius, Deputy Fire Chief Frank Aiello, and obtaining information pertaining to surrounding towns' practices, Mayor Calamari authorized the use of the old fire deputy chief's vehicle and the auctioning of the utility pickup truck. It is believed that the use of this vehicle for its intended purposes will enhance emergency response and add to the safety of our residents. There is no request of additional funds in the 2026 budget related to the operation of this vehicle. The fire department wishes to operate this vehicle until unusable, and there is an understanding that there is no guarantee to its replacement. Updates. Our Lady of Good Counsel has been vacated of DPW vehicles and equipment, and Bethany Community Center leased area commenced 1/1/26. Excavation has begun on the DPW construction site. The excavation of contaminated material at 450 Pascack Road is scheduled to begin January 22nd and 23rd, 2026. The demolition of the two structures on the property will follow the completion of the excavation. Budget preparation is progressing appropriately, and we hope to have it in the council's hands as soon as we can. However, the completion of the annual financial statement is necessary to complete the budget and review. The process was started this morning. A few weeks back, I requested Council President DeSena to consider starting the budget process with the capital requests and salaries. Conducting it in this way will allow me to have the approved capital ordinance and salary ordinance for the council much earlier. This will greatly improve the timing of our road program and allow for employee retro pay earlier than the end of July. Council President is favorable to the idea, however, requested that we provide a very streamlined option for reviewing the information and salary lines. I prepared a small binder containing budget material for employee salaries and capital requests. This binder will be provided to council this evening during the conference agenda. The mayor and I respectfully request the council to begin on February 2nd, 2026 with salaries and capital requests. Thank you, Council President, for any consideration you give our request. The purchasing department will be looking into additional cooperative purchasing options as per council's request. The mayor and I met with the tax assessor and tax collector on January 7, 2026 to discuss the farmland tax assessment. Ms. Holbig advised that the Viviano property has met current criteria under NJSA 54:4-23.1 Farmland Assessment Act, as well as 54:4-23.5 land deemed actively devoted to agriculture, horticulture, and woodland use. The FA-1 application must be received by the tax assessor no later than 8/1 annually, and this is submitted to the state. We then inquired regarding a change of use. The change in use would trigger a change of the assessment from farmland to market value. This would also allow the collection of rollback taxes. Rollback taxes include the year of which the change of use takes place and the 2 previous years. Our grant writer, Mr. Buno, submitted a grant application for Township Volunteer Fire Department. The application requested $10,370 in funding to purchase one forcible entry tool, which is multi-force, the blue door with one active panel crush door simulator and one wheel system and 4 rubber mats. This evening, the council will have before them a resolution authorizing the township to go out to bid for the Musquoxing Brook Restabilization Project and for approval of Boswell Engineering's cost for inspection and related work associated with the project. Thank you, Council President. That concludes my report.
Thank you. At this time, a motion to open the public comment period.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Since there is no one in the audience, motion to close the public comment period.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinances, none. Adoption, second reading, none. Introduction, first reading, none. Mayor's appointments, no resolution required. Recreation Advisory Board, Sasha Lopez.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, this one, we just missed it from the last meeting. Please be advised that I'm appointing the following citizen for the position set forth below. Sasha Lopez, Recreation Advisory Board member, December 31st, 2029, for a term expiring. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Is this to replace Mr. Joyce's?
No, she had a seat, so the other one is still open.
Okay. Resolutions consent agenda. The following items have been determined to have the unanimous consent of council and will be enacted in one motion. Should any item require independent consideration, any council member may have such item removed from the consent agenda. Would anybody like any items removed at this time?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Owen.
163, 64, 65, and 66.
163, 64, 65, and 66?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution number 29-136, support the Bergen County Fire Mutual Aid Plan. Resolution number 26-161, authorize refund of engineering escrow balances to Veolia for various projects in the amount not to exceed $7,617.20. Resolution number 26-162, authorize non-monetary change order for contract with Premier Building and Construction Management for construction of DPW building. Resolution number, that's all for now. Motion to approve consent agenda resolutions as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
No.
Councilman Ullman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President DeSena.
Yes. Resolution number 26-163, authorize award of contract for bank stabilization of the Musquoxing Brook in the amount of not to exceed $55,000. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah. Can you just explain the scope of this work, and is it it's not the exposed sewer?
It is.
It is?
Yes, yeah.
So that work in its entirety is 55K?
It's a not to exceed amount based on the scope of work in the,
But that's for Boswell only. That doesn't
That's
include
for
the construction.
Boswell
That doesn't include
Engineering
construction
costs.
dollars. It's $750,000 project. Mike.
I hope not, because we don't have that much money. But
Well, it's a big project. It's not
Yeah,
$55,000.
again, I don't, it's, it sounds kind of silly, but it's essentially for all the scope of work. So it's to go out to bid, to prepare the bid documents, then, administer the bid award and conducting inspections thereof.
Does it include their actual engineering work?
Yes, that's already done and paid for. So that was that was done so they could go and ask for the permit through NJDEP.
So this is
basically for all the bid-related work and then the inspection of the project. The project's expected to take 6 months.
okay, so it will include actual inspections of the actual work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's not to exceed 55K?
Yes.
Any other discussion, ladies and gentlemen? Roll call?
Councilman Casio.
For just 163?
Yeah, just 163. We're doing 163. We have to do them separately. Mike asked them to be separate.
Sure. No.
You said no?
No.
Councilman Sears.
No.
Councilman Ullman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President DeSena.
Yes. Resolution number 26-164, authorize the advertisement of solicitation of bids for Musquoxing Bank stabilization. Do I have a motion? I'll make the motion. Will somebody second it?
Second.
Any discussion?
No, I didn't, my apologies. This probably could have been voted on already. So that's fine. In light of the previous
Roll call.
discussion.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
No.
Councilman Oman,
Yes.
Councilman Velez,
Yes.
Council President DeSenza.
Yes. Resolution number 26-165, authorize establishing threshold of compensation to zoning board of adjustment engineer not to exceed $140,000. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Why is this needed, Mr. DeCarlo?
So if you recall back to when Mr. Swisher came in for the audit, he's making a recommendation that any future appointments of professionals have in the resolution and not to exceed amount. Basically to give the finance department guidance as to how much should be encumbered. So the zoning board and the planning board in their individual respective meetings assigned the board engineers, which is Mr. Avzalina and Mr. Boswell. And sorry, I'm speaking of 165 and 166 at this time. So based on the request from the auditor, we had to put in there a not to exceed amount. The $140,000 that's in both resolutions is based on how much money not we, the township, but through escrow, was paid to these engineers last year. And, you know, if Ms. Siobhan Bailey has anything to add to it.
I have nothing to add. It was a request from Mr. Swisher.
I don't understand the request. I've never heard of this, Mr. DeCarlo.
So it's a not to exceed amount. So again, so it gives our finance department, especially our purchasing department, our CFO, when encumbering funds, we cannot exceed the 140,000. If it's expected to exceed the 140,000 throughout the year, we have to bring another resolution before the council.
But why does it matter what they encumber? I mean, it's all coming from escrows from applicants.
I understand, but his words are, you know, the boards don't pay the bills. The township council essentially approves the bills. So.
No, we don't approve the bills. Well, we approve
you do.
but
Yeah.
I'm saying the board approves the bills and then sends them to us for the final payment, but they're approved by the board, not us.
Yeah.
We just we approve the check,
Right.
but the bills, they approve the hours and what's spent there, not us. 'Cause
This was his guidance.
okay.
This comes right from Mr. Swisher?
Yeah, he spoke of it, I believe, when he did his audit.
Audit report.
Yeah. If you remember the other, did we have any, Sue, not to exceeds on the, I believe we did. I believe we had one and I can't think of. It was
Yeah,
Beckmeyer, right.
yeah, the 52,000, yeah, there was one.
And it's only if they're expected to go over the bid threshold. So again, that's $53,000. So from my memory, I think the only one from at the reorg was Beckmeyer. And then we had to wait to do these until the boards officially appointed their engineers at their respective board meetings.
I still don't understand it.
Go for it.
So I guess my question is the language. Is these funds are sourced from escrow?
Yes.
So there's no direct expense coming out of the township?
I open up purchase orders at the beginning of each year for maybe 1,000 or 2,000 for each engineer. There's been times where the board will direct these engineers to do work on behalf of the township, and we have a purchase order. So I create the purchase order in advance so we don't get caught off guard. There's often other times where I may need the specialties of, you know, these engineers based on their, you know, historic, you know, institutional knowledge of the town. So I think the township maybe spent less than $1,000 each engineer last year, but so most of it is escrow.
And this sets up a not to exceed of 140. It's being paid through the escrow account.
Yes.
Are we putting any constraints or restrictions or requirements about the reconciliation and settlement of the escrows? Because right now we're working through a bunch of escrow issues that have existed historically.
Yes.
Would it be in our best interest to resolve that these things have to be settled in a certain period of time, or, we're being asked to do a not to exceed for these payments, but, when do the payments have to be settled?
I remember you just bringing that up last time. I don't know if they have to do with each other as far as this resolution. I know working on it, I think Ms. Bailey, there was nothing we could find on the books that suggests that something has to be reconciled in a certain amount of time, correct?
Right, and
Well, it's a best management practice.
Yeah, I'm not saying we can't.
I'm just saying it's a best management practice to have all your escrow bills in before December 31st of each fiscal year for all your professionals. This way, you know what could be the possible red that the council may have to pay if a developer doesn't pay their bills. So that's just a finance department issue. I just don't understand these two things. I don't see why we need them. I know Mr. Swisher said we do, but how many other towns, Ms. Bailey, did you find any others that have this?
I haven't heard of it.
I've never heard of this.
But I take my guidance
I understand.
from our auditor, so.
All right.
So we don't have one currently, correct?
Have what?
Not to exceed.
No, this is just it's essentially a finance request from our auditor. Again, probably best practices is a good word. It gives our encumbrance system guidance, and it also advises the council this is what's expected. I think in the last paragraph on Mr. Azzolina's, it has his hourly rate. I think the rate schedule was on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but what concerns me about this, Mr. DiCarlo, is that, if 2026 is a light year for developers and we don't get any escrow in,
we're not guaranteeing him 100.
I understand that, but it's kind of like, it's a number we're just throwing the dart at from last year. We're just saying, hey, last year you made 140K. And we're using that number again,
That's the guidance we got from Mr. Swisher. Me, Ms. Bailey, and Mr. Swisher had a phone conference about it. Plus, we talked about it at our exit conference for the audit. And, again, I don't know. I don't want to say it's not a big deal and insult anybody. I just think, based on the way it was explained to me, I think it's a harmless clause. To have in there. We're certainly not guaranteeing him $140,000. We're just, again, Mr. Swisher explained it as we need to give the CFO guidance as to, the total amount to be encumbered, authorized by the council. It's for anything expected to be spent over the bid threshold of $53,000, and it's just for the professionals.
So this makes so we're looking at 193,000 because it's above the bid threshold.
No. He's stating to us that the township is not required to put a not to exceed amount in a resolution unless it's expected that we're going to pay that professional more than $53,000. So if it was 2 years ago with the planner, we should have done it, right? Because the master plan was $85,000. This year, we're not expected to spend anywhere near that with Mr. Burgess, so we didn't have to put a not to exceed amount in. Mr. Beckmeyer, we are expecting to spend more than that, especially, once his monthly retainer fees and, his fees for the 26 road program, it will go over that. That's why we did a not to exceed amount for him. It was the same language. You probably there was so much on the agenda that night, you probably didn't even, catch it or pay attention to it. But I really can, without it sounding offensive, it's really a harmless thing, and it's really to guide the finance department with, the amount not to exceed for that company. Certainly does not guarantee anything of that amount.
And is it all issuance to the company or just related to escrow activity?
It would be everything.
Okay.
Everything for that. So I still plan on putting individual resolutions in front of you like I did with Boswell. So say the order of this evening was this resolution first, and then you guys saw the resolution for the Wisconsin book. I still plan on giving you stuff that's over the $53,000 because it's project specific. So in other words, you'll have a lot more information than you would expect, I would guess, I would say.
And we can easily separate Boswell zoning versus Boswell Township.
Oh, absolutely. In our vendor, when they're set up with a vendor, he's specific, that company's set up for when it's a township expense and when it's an escrow. And I believe Mr. Azalina is as well.
Okay. Roll call for 26-165.
Councilman Casio,
No.
Councilman Ullman,
Yes.
Councilman Seaman, hold on, sorry, Councilman Sears,
No.
Councilman Ullman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President DeSena.
No. Resolution number 26-166, authorize establishing threshold for the planning board not to exceed 140,000. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Same discussion, so just take a roll call, or everybody okay with that?
Can I just interrupt you, sir? So
Sure.
resolution 165 did not pass.
No.
So again, this is based on the recommendation of the council's auditor. So what would be my direction then? Just go back and tell them that the council doesn't agree with them? And again, I know that sounds sarcastic, but
I'd like to know why we can't make it the 53.9 number, and then if it needs to go over, do another resolution later on. The 140K is a lot of money, and with developers sometimes skipping, it makes it seem like we're automatically going to pay it because it's in the not to exceed amount. That makes sense to you, Mr. DeCarlo? You know, sometimes developers take time to pay their outstanding debt, and I just don't want them to take this as well, you guys authorized me to go up to 140, so you should pay me until they pay you. And I don't want that to happen.
Ms. Bailey, do you have anything to say? Because you wrote these resolutions, so I was hoping you could have some input.
I haven't looked at it at that.
You want to
angle or
table,
anything
is the
else.
council okay to
Why
table
don't
both of
we
these and
get
get more
Swisher?
information?
Can we get Swisher?
Mark, would you be able to get more information from Swisher and we'll table both of them? Can we rescind the 165 resolution for both, and we'll table resolution number 26-165 and resolution 26-166? So should I do a?
Perfect.
No, table the one. You already voted on the one.
Yeah, I'm saying go back and rescind it.
It'll just come back up.
It'll just come back up, okay.
We'll just circle-
So motion to table resolution 26-166 until we get more information. Everybody okay with that?
So moved.
So moved.
Second?
Second. All in favor? Aye.
No.
No.
You don't want to table it?
No.
Oh. Well, you said yes. I
Yes,
said
I'll
yes.
table
Mike
it.
said, we table, okay. Motion to adjourn to conference agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next meeting of the Township Council will be on Monday, February 2nd, 2026, beginning at 7 p.m. Sign up for Nixle. Text 07676 to 888-777. Key code TWP of Bergen. Conference agenda, 2026 budget. Under administration.
Yes, thank you. I just have two quick questions, and then I plan on handing out the salary and capital binders for the council. I just had a brief explanation of the binders, and that'll be that topic. Last year during budget, it was suggested that the council may dedicate funds to the 250-year celebration. I just want to know if that's something that you can give me some guidance on this evening, if I should budget for that in the upcoming budget.
Does the administration have a recommendation?
Do you, sir?
No, we don't.
I'd like to make the line item for it.
We could probably, sir, fund it through the holiday celebrations line. It's
Well, can
traditional.
we, and can we come up with, can we talk to the public affairs director and see what they have planned?
It's really not fair to do that to her without a budget, because you'll criticize her if she comes up with a 50,000.
Well, I mean, it's her job.
It's not her job to look for endless options without a budget.
I'm not saying endless, but at least come with some scenarios of what, like, she thinks we should do. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Is it going to be,
we're going to have fireworks or, whatever it may be. Like, we don't know what she's got to, if she comes up with a couple scenarios and their cost, then we can entertain, do we do all of them or do we not do any of them? I mean,
Okay, I'll ask her.
Do you have an idea? We usually fund that line with $9,000, but that's for every other.
that includes everything. Right?
Yeah,
All
that's-
regular events.
All the things.
Yeah.
So I mean, you guys have an idea, like 5, 10,
I think we'll
100?
just scrap some of the stuff we're gonna do regularly and make this a special occasion. You know, you got Town Day. Let's make it, you know, what do we spend about 10 grand?
We budget 10 grand for Town Day.
10 grand?
What if we
Just-
just
just-
started,
Would you think
Budget
about
10.
doing it like on the July 4th holiday?
Yeah, I think
Or,
It has to be on the July 4th.
no, I know, but
Yeah.
well, like you said.
Well, just
10.
move it. You're spending the same amount, but you're just celebrating.
so we
instead of the
wouldn't have a
four-
Town Day? Is that what you're saying?
We're having Country Day. It's a whole country.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
this is
I would say
scrap
yes.
Town Day?
Or combined.
In
Yes,
place
in lieu-
of?
in lieu of.
Oh, combined.
Or combined it.
Town Day 250 anniversary day.
You know, for 1 year, it's not the end of the world. I mean,
It's 250.
but that's just just a thought.
I forget what your,
Starting point.
It's a starting point.
I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean,
do you want to have
Wouldn't
a
raise the
starting
budget
number?
the same.
Like,
Different
It,
day.
I
it would give Miss Lopez a better sense of what to look.
I just don't know what
We
we,
definitely know fireworks are out of the question. I don't think we have a place to do it. I think they're like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I can go to ShopRite and get the, you know,
Behind the high school.
Get some snaps. Give her some snaps.
those little tanks.
yeah. I would
You
just
miss
like
her
to have,
own.
I would just like to have some ideas and like what the cost would be and what, you know, what, maybe she could reach out to her counterparts in other towns and see what everybody else is doing for the 250th anniversary.
Yeah.
I mean, is that too much of an ask?
No.
No, it's not. I was hoping you'd throw something out to kind
No,
of.
I'm personally not throwing out any. If anybody else wants to throw something out,
I mean, I've heard numbers out there from other towns, so, I mean, I would easily say 10,000 would be the Town Day budget for the 250. That would be,
I'd like to know what we're getting
plus-
for that. Like, you know, like
I mean, you're not gonna get fireworks.
I know that, but I'm just
But-
saying like,
Scrap Town Day.
So
Keep it neutral.
I think 10,000 would be, you know, plus any additional sponsorship for the 250th would be appropriate.
I think it's
starting
important we
point.
do something, but I just don't know what we do and what it entails. Like, you know, do we throw America a concert that night if we can? I don't know. I don't know what's available.
I mean,
what-
I have ideas,
well,
but
well, maybe you
I-
could share it with this, maybe you could share it with Sasha and then
Yeah.
get back to us.
but I'm just saying this is, word on the street is you're looking at least 10. So you asked
But
for
you're
an
10
idea.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, but I'm
telling
saying,
you
but
the
you,
idea.
okay,
That's it.
let's bring back what the 10 entails and we'll talk about it, right? Because I don't want to throw 10,000 out there and,
No, I mean-
we're getting, pony rides. I'm not
Well,
gonna spend.
pony rides, let me tell you, they're like $2,000 now. They're expensive. Everything is out of control. So
Go buy a blue horse. We're all set.
All right, let's stop. All right, moving on. So Mr.
Just
DeCarlo, you're
one-
gonna hand
one-
out the budget for
one
the
more-
salaries and?
Yes. One more question for the council.
And close to Washington Lake.
If you remember,
The George Washington.
sorry.
I didn't shush anybody, just so you know.
I did.
Last year when we did the ban in July, we did a 1-year ban. We funded through a ban, the expense for 450 Pascack Road. Everyone knows in the fall, we received the grant reimbursement from Bergen County of $472,500. It's basically parked in an account, and I just wanted to get some guidance from council. We have two options. One, we could take that $472,500 and reduce the borrow in July of this year when we go to renew the ban. If you remember through the presentations, that we plan on rolling over the ban for 3 years before we settle with permanent borrowing of the bond. So again, I'm just using rough numbers because I think it was like $9,920,000, but just for roughly say it was 10 million, and rather rolling over 10 million in July, we could put that 472,500 towards what we're going to roll over in July and lower it, right? So then meaning we'd only borrow 9 million, whatever this.
9.5, 9.5, let's
Like
just
9.5,
round up.
right,
I know, yeah.
9.5. The other option is because it's already money in the hand, it's real money, it's real value. The council could elect to create a capital ordinance, a fully funded capital ordinance to fund the improvements of 450 Pascack Road, which eventually you'll do. So those are the two options. You don't really necessarily need to tell me tonight, but if the council has a flavor for what you want to do,
I
it'll help.
had asked we do this with the swim club, and unfortunately that council said no to it. I'd like to take the money and reduce the debt burden, because we don't have a plan for the 450 yet. So to me, reducing the debt burden is the safest thing to do with it. And then when we do come up with a plan of what we are going to do at 450, we then bond the money we need for 450. I don't know what everybody else's thoughts are. I would like to reduce the
I
debt
would say
burden.
also interest rates hopefully are trending down, so
Correct.
we'll do better if we bond in the future.
Yes,
Yeah, I would pay off the debt as soon as possible.
so that's 2 to pay off the debt. Anybody else?
Pay up the debt.
That's 3. Ms. Velez,
Yeah.
you're good with paying off the debt? Mr. Allman, you good with paying off the debt?
Yes.
So we're paying off the debt, Mr. DeCarlo.
Great, thank you. And just bear with me, I just have the binders hand out. And if you'll just give me 2 minutes to review them with you all.
That's why we have, budget expense.
20 bucks is yours.
Can I pay you or you pay me? Thank you.
I'm going to just call it in. I'll give you 10, you give me 10. It's called next year.
Okay, thank you. So if you just bear with me. So again, administration would hope and that council will approve starting the review and approval of salary and capital on February 2nd. I hope to have the books to you very soon, either that night for the remainder of it. I think it would be a very organized approach to it. If acceptable to you, if you could let me know. If you do approve the capital and salary review, I would ask if capital could go first. And if you could let me know, Council President, that way I can invite, I can handle most of it myself, like the IT request, the admin request, the roads. I would just ask for the police chief, the fire chief, and maybe the OEM coordinator to help explain that. If I could just go through the 2026 salary and capital request summary. Summary in the first page, the capital funding summary for 25 and 26. 2026 capital funding request of $1,891,972. The 2025 approved capital funding was $2,352,000. The 2025 capital funding requested was $2,442,000. Additional 2025 capital approved funding of $3 million for the DPW building. All capital and bond ordinances are fully funded at this time. The township currently has 2 bonds and 1 ban. A ban of $9,920,189, which matures on 7/2/26. A bond that was issued on November 1st, 2019, balance of $3,275,000 to be paid off in 2029. A bond issued July 28th of 2022, balance of $11,640,000 to be paid off in 2042. Total of current owned is $24,835,189. The 2026 total assessed net valuation taxable, the NVT, is $2,798,281,700. Township may borrow up to 3.5% of the average of the last 3 years of NVT. I'm not suggesting we go close to that, but just wanted to let you know we are nowhere near it. 2026 salary budget. Administration is requesting a 2.75% raise for most of the civilian non-contractual employees. These employees have been receiving a consistent 2% annual raise. each 1/4% of a
Didn't we
raise.
give them 2.5% last year, Mr. Carl?
No, sir. Originally, it was 1.5%, but council reconsidered it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thanks.
That's okay. Each 1/4% of a raise is only $3,066 total for these employees. To provide each of the civilian non-contractual employees a 2.75% raise will cost a total of $9,199 above what a 2% raise would cost. The DPW employees received a 3% raise for each year of their 4-year contract. Their contract expires 12/31 of 2027. The PBA received a 2.75% raise for each year of their 4-year contract. Their contract expires 12/31 of 2026. Thank you. And if you could just go to the first tab, I just want to show you what we have. It's a much larger sheet for the 25-26 employee salary comparison. So what you have there, if you look in the middle, you have the 2025 salary, and you have what the increase would be if it was a 2%, a 2.5%, a 2.75, or a 3%. If you kindly go to the bottom of the second page, you'll see the total columns, and I apologize, it's very faint, but the faint number, like the 6,133 and the 3,066, that's the amount to go between each increase. So to give the employees a 2% increase would be a total of $24,531 above what was approved last year. To go up to 2.5% would be 6,000 more for a total of 30,000. Another 1/4%, $3,066, and so on. And then again, hopefully to streamline this, if you go to the next document, this is all of the salary lines with what is requested, recommended, some notes associated with the request. And then in the last 2 columns, you have what was appropriated in 25 and what was actually spent in 2025. And as promised, I'll use that word, you'll see the police, all other salaries is $200,000 less than the request last year. So that's the net savings from those employment agreements. So you'll see that, I believe, on the bottom of the first page.
Is that the 8.5, 11 sheet?
No, well, yes, but if you're on the account numbers, you'll see the request is $2,910,000, and last year it was appropriation of $3,047. I'm sorry, $3,047,000. And then you'll go to the sheets after that, Council President, and that is the salary chart that you're commonly familiar with from the Chief of Police with the individual salaries. This includes the most recent promotions that were made. And then the following 2 sheets are the DPW salary. That's based on their yearly contractual increase, and then their A-man, B-man promotions throughout the year. And then the next page is the safety incentive steps, the safety education steps that you were seeing last year as well. And then if we go to the next category, you have the capital requests with the capital budget Excel sheet, and then the individual tabs for those departments, the roads, the PD, fire department, DPW, IT, OEM, rec department, and admin. And thank you for letting me take the time to just briefly bring you through the binder.
Thank you, Mr. Carl. Okay, moving along. Zoning Board of Adjustment opposition to NJS-4736, A-4471, Zoning Board 25-21. So the state, in their infinite wisdom, wants to pass a law that will allow every residential property in New Jersey to build 4 units on it without zoning board changes. It's the most crazy thing I've ever heard. We need this prepared ASAP. I am in total opposition to this state new mandate. I don't know about what the rest of the council is, but I'd like to have Ms. Bailey prepare the opposition ordinance ASAP.
You don't have little shacks in your backyard?
No, I do not, Mr. Cassio, no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Everybody
I agree,
okay?
'cause
Everybody okay asking Ms.
I
Bailey
agree.
to,
Yes.
Mrs. Les?
Yes.
Mr. Ullman?
Because it starts there.
You're a yes on it? You're a no? You don't want her to prepare it?
Correct.
Well, with four of us say prepare, please.
I mean, I don't know if the public understands what is, maybe you can explain what they are proposing to do, Michael?
They will allow, the state will allow every resident in New Jersey, as long as there is a building structure on your lot, the lot could be of any size, you are allowed to build 4 dwelling units on that lot. So on Beach Street, if I wanted to tear down or convert my single-family home into a 4-unit, I would not need anybody's permission to do that other than getting building permits. Is that a fair statement, Ms. Bailey?
I don't know if it says exactly that.
But that's close to it.
It does allow, the applicants also to bypass the zoning process completely. I don't know if it's an automatic the way you're describing it for that.
Sure, it
particular
sounds like it
purpose,
from the state.
But there are other
We
things in
thought
here that certainly are problematic, that allow bypassing the local land use boards
Correct.
that are set up to protect and to
Enforce our zoning.
encourage, exactly.
So I would like a resolution prepared to object to this.
I second that.
All right.
Would that resolution include auxiliary structures on your property? Shimon?
Well, this is just an opposition of the state's mandate. We'd have to look at our own to say about
Right.
auxiliary structures. I don't know what.
Because I think that was one of the, another, I don't know where it is in the legislature, but you can have auxiliary structures that can be inhabited by non-family members.
Accessory
As part
dwelling.
of the,
Yeah, accessory dwellings, right.
Yep. And it
So-
says it will bypass local
So you can
planning
put,
for increased density and height regardless of a municipality's ability to ensure safety.
Correct.
you can
How
have,
is
you can
that?
have 4 sheds in the back with beds in it, and that could be,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
All right.
No, you saw that the
We
zoning
have to
board
be,
gave
and
you.
then.
Yeah, the zoning board gave us a resolution
Yeah,
that
they
they
modified
passed.
that to what they wanted it to be.
Yeah,
It's
so
an
we
exact
should,
same thing
yeah, well, we
from the
should
state.
have Ms. Bailey write one for us that,
I agree.
Yep.
Dr.
Zoning board,
Pierce?
number 2, zoning board of adjustment recommended escrow and fee changes, ZBA 26-07. It's a drastic proposed fee change.
Yeah. Mike, not that Mike, but I'd rather see it phased in over a couple years.
Yeah, I think to go from,
Yeah.
we're some of the stuff, we're going from $200 to $1,000. This is all on the backs of our residents. It's not like, some of it is coming from developers, but the majority of this is, the residents. And hey, if the fees do go over, the residents, if it's self-imposed because they, don't have the right people coming to the meetings to represent them, that's a different story. But to just go at them with $1,000, I would like to ask, I'd like to talk to Mr. Getz and see how they came up with these and report back to the council, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, you want to encourage your residents to improve their property.
Yes.
This may be a thing that would hinder that from occurring.
I-
So, you don't want to put a burden on the taxpayer as they already burdened from the state and local and federal government as it is. So, maybe.
So maybe we could keep this on the radar, and I'll discuss it with Mr. Getz, and I'll get back to the council for the next meeting, if that's okay with everybody.
That'd be wonderful.
All right, moving along, miscellaneous fire department vehicles. I know Mr. DiCarlo provided a report in his administrator's report about the fire department vehicles. Does anybody want to add anything else to it?
So basically, well, I have a question for Mark. So basically, that vehicle is sound at this point, right?
Yes, sir.
It's not really costing us anything other than incidentals, oil changes and the like at this point,
Yes, sir.
maintaining it?
Tires.
Tires.
25.
Okay, and there's nothing in the future that you foresee that it may need? where
No,
it's
there's
becomes
no
inoperable?
known problems that's going to cost money, and the fire department did not ask for any increase in budget lines
Okay,
because of the vehicle.
Tom, you had something there?
Well, without being chastised by the town attorney on getting involved with the fire department,
No.
I can say this, they gave you they gave us a fairy tale event. I think we were, hoodwinked into getting them a new vehicle. The baloney of ISO says it's more advisable to have more men responding, is a bunch of garbage. It doesn't say that. To go even further, now the citizens have to pay for gas, fuel, tires for a vehicle that was no good, and all of a sudden it became miraculously fixed. So with that being said, I don't want to overstep my boundaries, get any further into this.
Just Councilman DeSena, just so you know, I had a discussion with
With Mr.
Councilman
Sears?
Sears about NJSA 40 Cafe :9-4, which prohibits any councilman who's also a member of the fire department. It's quite broad in its prohibition
Okay.
in terms of not even deliberating or discussing matters involving the fire department.
Okay.
So I just had to remind you of the conversation.
This is a township
I'm giving you
vehicle,
that
so.
Okay, thank
It's a
you.
township vehicle, so when they gave it up, it's a township vehicle.
And therefore, it's under my purview to work with them and address their
I'm
needs.
sorry, I can't hear you, Peter.
I said, therefore, it's under my purview to listen to the department and address their needs with.
I have not questioned that whatsoever.
I just want to put it out for the public.
No,
Until you question it.
no, I did not question that whatsoever, you know?
Okay. I just want to make sure that the vehicle is safe and okay to operate, because I know we bought them a new vehicle because we needed a new one. So I just want to make sure that, and that I saw in your report that there's no guarantee that because we're giving them this third vehicle, that in the future, if this vehicle does have an issue that is catastrophic, that we're not mandated to replace that vehicle like you had stated, Mr. DeCarlo. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's
So
correct.
they are aware of that?
Yes,
We're
sir.
not replacing it.
We're not replacing it.
Well, you're not obligated.
Not obligated,
Yes.
yes. But I'm saying we don't want to have an emergency come up and say, oh, this third vehicle is now, because it's
That
older.
was never the plan.
I mean, we'll address it if and when the time comes.
But there's
You know,
no,
no guarantee.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other discussion on this subject?
Yeah, so
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Owens.
I had reached out separately to Mr. DiCarlo with some questions on the memo that we received from Director Bilius. And, I think everyone wants to put their argument or their support in the best light. But based on the response that we received or that I received, I'm not sure that what was presented is factual. And if it is factual, we have individuals in the township who I feel should have an understanding of ISO, and maybe it's the wrong, where I directed it or I suggested the wrong person, but no one seems to know what ISO is, how it's calculated, who assigns it, and what the impact is. And I understand, using Google, that there are, three components. There's the equipment, there's communication, I forget the third one. It's weighted, it impacts ISO, which impacts our insurance. But we've heard this when we replaced the stick, the
Aerial ladder.
aerial ladder, and
And the engine.
it wasn't clear then, and it continues not to be clear. So if we want to continue to say that we need this because ISO is going to be impacted, then someone needs to say, how is it going to be impacted? And
Correct.
honestly, I don't believe that anyone knows. So I think, should this third vehicle be used? If there's no cost, why not? To me, the bigger issue is that we're being asked as a council, or the administration is being asked, and they're passing that request to the council, and we can't get an explanation. And I know Mr. DiCarlo attempted to navigate with a number of people, but I don't know if we have a clear answer as to what ISO is, how it's assigned, who assigns it, what its impact is to our residents. So I think that's something we should be aware of if we're going to continue to hear this every time the fire department has a request.
My only concern with what you just said, Mr. Ullman, is are there any others? Because it seems like, hey, ISO recommends the battalion chief have this car, which if so, we've never heard that before until this situation came to fruition. So if this was something that was recommended by ISO in the past, why weren't we told about it? And I understand the situation came about, because the vehicle became available. But if this was something that was told by ISO, we should have known about it sooner, that's all.
And it's a recommendation. And how does it affect our insurance?
I can't answer that, Mr.
Does it affect
Council President. Do you
property
mind
insurance?
Go ahead.
if I respond?
Good.
I was able to have an in-person discussion with Mr. Fedini last week after receiving the email from Mr. Clooney from our insurance company. And because I still had some questions about the ISO, and the way it was explained to me is it is not a regard on the township's insurance. It is a regard on the individual property owner's insurance. So I never read anything that said, they're recommending a battalion chief's vehicle. But what I read is the more emergency vehicles that are available to respond, it was a better rating on the ISO. Additionally, I did provide to the council Director Bilius's memo and supporting facts. However, when I presented my memo to the council, I did not discuss ISO nor whether a personal vehicle is covered when responding to a scene, which it is. I was able to follow up with Mr. Fedini and stated it was, because I was not familiar with those. So I, again, only wanted to write.
So by what you just said, Mr. DiCarlo, if a personal vehicle is taken to the scene and damage occurs, it's covered by
It is,
our
yes.
insurance
Well,
policy.
of course,
The township-
doesn't
No,
necessarily mean it's the best thing to do.
No,
but yes.
I'm not,
Yes.
but I'm just saying, if
Yeah.
that was, if the vehicle was to be damaged because of something at the scene, it's
Yeah.
covered by our policy, not by the personal that's
Yes,
volunteering
so-
his time, and, God bless them for doing what they're doing, but
Right.
it would be covered by us.
So in other words, I wanted to make sure that the message I conveyed to the council, I did not use the supporting facts of the personal vehicle being covered and/or the ISO because I was not familiar with it when I wrote it. I since talked to Mr. Fedini after writing that, and I don't want to speak for the mayor because he certainly has a microphone, but as part of the discussions I was involved in, I do not believe the mayor made a decision based on the ISO information and/or whether a vehicle is covered personally. When it responds to scene. But again, that's my take on it.
I mean, I know probably enough about ISO to get into trouble because I had to adhere to some of the standards in my IT days. And so I know, and when I look at my homeowner's policy, it is referenced in there. And so that's the look, when the director mentioned it, I knew that much about it, that, the better our ISO rating, the better all of our homeowners' insurances are.
Okay. Anything else, ladies and gentlemen, on the day? Out-of-state country attendance at meetings, Mr. Ullman?
Yeah, so I had raised this, middle of last year. I had to attend a funeral in Toronto, and I missed a meeting. because of the scheduling. But there was a possibility I was going to call in being out of country. And my question is, as a council person in the Township of Washington, can I participate and vote if I am not in the Township of Washington, if I am in another state, or if I am in another country?
Right, so I took a look, and the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act provides no explicit authority permitting that or prohibiting that. I did not find a case dealing with the question, so when you're in a position like that, you look to the statutory structure as well as cases to give you guidance, and I'll give you the best I have, but no guarantees here. So basically, under the Open Public Meetings Act, the definition of a meeting explicitly contemplates electronic participation. And it defines a meeting as any gathering, whether corporeal or by means of communication equipment, attended by or open to all of the members of the public body, held with the intent on the part of the members of the body present to discuss or act as a unit. So you can, that contemplates electronic participation. On the flip side, if you think about where these ideas act as a sword, we think about email communication, and we've talked about that, where if you have a quorum, you don't want to be held to be conducting a meeting because you haven't properly noticed and ensured public participation. So that suggests to me, in addition to the definition itself, that those means if they're going to be held to be a meeting and the council's going to be held to have done something improper without public notice, by virtue of electronic means, by email, by telephone, or whatever, with the quorum
Zoom
present
or
and
whatever.
discussing. So on the flip side, maybe that's additional support as to why something is, can be permitted. And finally, just anecdotally, we represent several towns. I've participated in several land use meetings. I've covered meetings for other bodies. It's done, and it's done regularly, for whatever that's worth. So
it is allowed.
I know
I
I've called in. I was in Florida one time and I called in. And
Daisy called in.
Daisy, you called in from Colorado, right? I believe, or somewhere. I know you called in one time.
We've all done it.
Colorado.
We've done it since I've been on council. Actually, we were upstairs in the conference room upstairs. Even during budget, we had that. We were little speakerphones, and we've done stuff that way as well. So past practice.
Even COVID, right?
Well, COVID, we did everything on Zoom.
So
Yeah.
just practice. they take that
COVID's
as
a little
acceptable.
different. That legislation expired, and that was more lenient, but this is a more general question as to whether the open public.
So call in, Mr. Ullman.
It's not-
Okay.
I think he can call in, right? Is that a fair?
That would be my opinion.
Yeah. All right.
Fair enough.
Last thing on the agenda, review of outsourcing of police dispatch, Mr. Ullman.
Yeah, so I just, I had raised this in passing once or twice last year. And towards the end of the year, I raised it again, not more, I guess, more forcefully or a little more formally. And I just wanted to keep it on the agenda and just understand what the next steps would be, if the council wants to,
I thought we had asked the administration to get us quotes.
well, so, okay.
I can speak to it right now.
Yeah.
The police are working on a document of things, I'll say both pro and con to outsourcing in their eyes. And I have now opened up communications with the correct person at the county to, get a price for it.
Weren't we going to look at multiple areas to get proposals from, Mr. Mayor?
I'm starting with the county, but yes, there is one other.
I thought we were going to go with the same people that do our 911 currently, correct?
They are the other option.
Okay,
Yep.
so we'll have county and them as our proposals, if that's,
Yes. Yeah, I'm just using the county first. That way I can get all the questions out of the way. That when I go to Northwest, hopefully it's a much cleaner thing.
okay. Anything else, Mr. Early?
No, that was it.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Good evening. Good night, everyone.
Right.